In case you missed it, police are currently questioning Snoop Dogg and Diddy in connection to Tupac Shakur's murder. Diddy's name was mentioned 77 times in a new legal filing, raising serious suspicions about his role in Tupac's death. As new updates emerge, rumors say that Snoop, Suge Knight, and Diddy are facing possible arrests or interrogations. A journalist even claimed Tupac was secretly working with federal agents, which may have led to his murder.
Well, it turns out when I talked to Tupac's longtime mentor, political mentor, former Black Panther Chokwe Lumumba, who was his first business manager, he's told me, I basically asked, well, was Tupac only pretending to be in order to appeal to gangs and politicize them? And he said yes. And that was part of his thug life agenda that he came up with his imprisoned stepfather, Tupac Shakur. And so Tupac was just using that in order to get the leaders to call peace truces, first in Los Angeles, then throughout California, and then throughout the country. And that was why he was pretending to be this type. And really, he was just an intellectual prodigy.
As news spread about Tupac allegedly being a federal informant, word in the streets is that he was killed over a $1 million bounty, allegedly placed on him by Diddy.
All four of those occasions are San Diego, Anaheim, Irvine, and Vegas. Which ones do you actually talk to Puffy at?
Every one.
Every one of them. Which of those four is it when you talk to him about murdering Tupac?
It was really about both of them. Either one. It was
Tupac and Suge, you mean?
Yeah.
The legal documents claim a former LAPD officer stated that Diddy paid $1 million to have Tupac killed. In retaliation, Suge Knight allegedly arranged for Biggie to be killed. The story caught major media attention, and even 50 Cent reacted by saying he doesn't like Diddy because he believes Diddy was responsible for Tupac's death.
When they leave me to talk, because I always say the wrong thing. Last time they left me, I said something about Puffy. You saw that? Yeah! I gotta stop doing that kind of thing. I've been talking to a therapist to try to help me with the I'm saying. I said crazy no reason. Oh wait, maybe I said about Puffy because he got Tupac killed.
As the internet exploded with reactions, an old interview of Diddy went viral where he was confronted about Tupac's murder. The way he responded brought even more suspicion to his name.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Because listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah. No, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Things get even crazier with Snoop Dogg's alleged involvement. A recent podcast caught the attention of federal investigators due to what Snoop said, which led the feds to take a closer look at his connection to Tupac's murder.
You were with Tupac, though, in regards to Tupac. I heard a story, did you give him different advice that night on where to go?
I didn't give him no advice.
Right.
We wasn't seeing eye to eye.
Right.
So
saying during the Tyson.
Yeah, this incident that I'm explaining to you right now was the day before that.
Okay.
So when they got to Vegas, they went their way, I went back. I mean, when we got to LA, they went to Vegas and I went home. That's why I wasn't in the car with.
Snoop revealed during the podcast that he was supposed to be in the BMW with Tupac that night, but last-minute changes kept him from going. He explained that it was because of a personal issue, but many now wonder if Snoop had a warning or sensed danger.
Last time me and Tupac was on the same page, and I did an interview with Angie Martinez, and she asked me, how did I feel about Puffy and Biggie? And I told her that I like their music and I want to do music with them. Bro didn't like that. Tupac didn't like that, so we had a misunderstanding. So on the flight back to LA, I didn't feel comfortable around them for what they had did, as far as I didn't let my security ride with me. So to protect myself and to prevent from happening, I slept under a blanket with the knife and the fork just in case something was to go wrong, but it didn't.
What makes it more suspicious is that Tupac and Snoop had beef just days before Tupac was killed. Some believe that since Snoop was well connected in the streets, he may have been tipped off that Tupac was going to be targeted. and that's why he chose not to get in the car that night.
I say a week before we was best of friends. 2 days before I don't think he liked me.
Why?
Because we was in New York.
Oh, yeah.
And it happened. New York, they shot at me and did all kind of shit to me, like just the worst you could think of. And I forgave him. And went and did an interview and was asked, how do I feel about Puffy and Biggie? And I was like, I want to do some music with him. And that just rubbed Cuz the wrong way, like trying to kill me, out at you, and you talking about you want to do a song with him. I wasn't thinking about his emotions. I was thinking about the way I felt at the time. I wasn't into no controversy. I liked his music. They was our friends. We was all friends at one point. This video footage of all of us hanging out.
The evidence presented in Diddy's case shocked everyone in court. Keefe D, a key figure in the story, claimed that Diddy was the one who ordered Tupac's murder. On September 7th, 1996, Tupac was in Las Vegas with Suge Knight to attend a Mike Tyson fight at the MGM Grand. After the match, a fight broke out in the lobby.
Knight and their entourage went to the Mike Tyson, the MGM Grand. Keefe D and his nephew, Orlando Lane Anderson, and 2 of their friends were also there. Keefe D told LAPD Detective Greg Kading more than a decade ago, in a proffer that couldn't be used against him, the shooting was retaliation after Tupac jumped Orlando and beat him up at the casino. Surveillance cameras recorded the fight. Tupac was angry that Lane had stolen his necklace years prior in Compton. Tupac, Suge Knight, and the entourage left the casino quickly.
Security had to break up the brawl, and Tupac returned to his hotel to change. Around 11 p.m., Tupac and Suge Knight left in a BMW to head to Suge's nightclub, where the fatal shooting occurred in the middle of the street.
Knew about Tupac's concert at the Club 662. Members, including Orlando and Keefe D, jumped in their white Cadillac and started cruising the strip looking for the offender. Before long, they finally spotted Tupac's caravan. At the intersection of East Flamingo Boulevard and Koval Lane, the white Cadillac pulled alongside the black BMW with Suge on the driver and Tupac on the passenger seats. The back window of the Cadillac rolled twice in the chest, once in the arm, once in the thigh.
Although the case remained unsolved for decades, a DJ Vlad interview with Keefe D reignited interest. In that interview, Keefe D described the exact moment from the car that opened fire on Tupac.
And Bubble Up was the driver, and Baby Lane and Freaky were in the back seat.
We was just all in the car together. Okay.
This was the white Cadillac.
Yeah.
So you guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, Tupac, Tupac.
Got to the light. He was going to go drink, and he happened to be hanging out the window. He's hanging out the window like he was in a parade.
Tupac?
Yeah, he was.
So what happens next? You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat.
Keefe D also claimed that Tupac was shot because he appeared to be reaching for a gun while stopped at the red light.
You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out a...
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually...
No, once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car
That's what happened.
started at Tupac and Suge.
People believe Tupac was reaching for a weapon because he had a bad feeling. After all, they had just been in a physical altercation with those same men a few hours earlier. To confirm Keefe D's story, a police interrogation video from the night of the murder was leaked.
You say Suge looks over, he sees you. He looks right at you?
Yeah, he looked at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then, Tupac's busy getting evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out
in
of
the back seat or something.
Yeah, what do you see happening inside their car?
I seen him going Suge head. I thought he was...
So Orlando started cross Dre?
He leaned over on the window, we rolled down the...
More than 10 years later, Keefe D gave another interview where he reflected on the events and said he regrets what happened that night.
I hate that happened, dog. I really do, man. Because it took a lot of people's lives, dude. Hate that happened. Probably to God. I feel that was wrong, man. It was just purely wrong. You know what I'm saying? I wish it had never happened. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on it. It never happened, dude.
But then, a twist. In a 2010 interview with a rapper named Trey, who was a close friend of Tupac, something shocking was said. After the interview officially ended, the cameraman accidentally left the camera rolling, and you can hear Trey saying something wild about Tupac still being alive.
So if you ain't ready for it, get on the sidewalk.
One last question. Tupac's still alive.
Nobody knows. Y'all good?
Yeah, we good. Thanks a lot, man.
Last time I saw him, he was in church.
Just 3 weeks later, a video surfaced online that appeared to show Tupac hanging out in a parking lot.
Zoom in. That's Pac, man. He was the outlaw. And Reg from Hollaback is trying to be friendly and get autographs. Hollaback exclusive, baby.
That theory has only grown stronger in 2025. Even Suge Knight has said he doesn't believe Tupac is dead. He once stated, "When I left that hospital, me and Tupac were laughing and joking. I don't see how someone could go from doing well to dying like that."
When I left that hospital, me and Pac was laughing and joking. So I don't see how somebody could turn from doing well to doing bad.
So you seriously think that he might still be alive?
I'm gonna tell you this, Pac, you never.
What's strange is that Tupac was reportedly in a coma at the time. So how could he have been laughing and talking with Suge Knight?
He was conscious on the way to the hospital.
He was conscious on the way to the hospital. He was conscious in the ambulance. He was conscious after they did the surgery.
What was the last thing that he said to you?
A few weeks after Suge made those comments, he was nearly killed in a club shooting. 6 bullets were fired in his direction, and many believe it was because he spoke about Tupac in public.